Welcome back to peak week. 7 days out, shit's getting really real. We fly out in 2 days. So this time in 48 hours, good friend Imo is going to be driving us to the airport. And then we're going to be jumping on a jet and we're going to be traveling all the way across the world to Tampa. And we're going to be locked in, ready to go. It still doesn't feel real yet. I'm on one this morning. I'm absolutely on one this morning, and I apologize in advance to anyone that comes across my path at any point in time over the next 48 hours because shit's really real. I had like a crazy epiphany kind of mental clarity moment last night where I just felt so secure, so locked in, so positive, and I kind of landed on this statement for this tour, and it's that I literally cannot lose. I can't lose. I can be beaten, and I'm okay with being beaten, but there's nothing that I can do to lose any of these shows. I'm the best I've ever been. I look the best. I feel the best. I'm eating the most. It's my mental capacity is at 100, and I'm like, I've won. I've already won everything. So whatever happens from here on out, it's just the cherry on top for me personally. So having that kind of a mentality, having that kind of a mindset that, in some of the most stacked lineups that Classic Physique has seen this year, outside of like the Arnold, basically, is phenomenal. So, getting the chance to stand on stage with some of these guys is going to be a dream come true for me. Multiple top 10 Olympians. It's really a dream come true. I'm getting to travel across the world, do what I love with the people I love. What kind of life am I living right now? We're going to do a full day of food today, 760 grams of carbs or something like that. We're going to train an upper session. We're going to do some posing. We're going to chat with Justin about the plan in terms of traveling. So how we're going to manipulate sort of food and water and what we're going to do in terms of the flights and travel and how that's going to kind of vary what we are doing. Big day of food, nice pump session. Body feels great. Mind feels great. My first meal is actually so big that I separate it into 2 meals. So I do 2 different bowls of cream of rice. Always MuscleNation, code ORCH. You know the drill. The most anabolic code in the industry. And whilst you're at it, the most anabolic shirt in the industry. So ORCH shirts are flying right now. I feel like I'm going to the post office every day and shipping multiple of them, which is so overwhelming and honestly just blows my mind that people want to wear a shirt with my name on it. That fucking doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So I've also got 2 bowls of cereal that we'll be eating post-workout as well. So my Cocoa Pops and my cornflakes or crunchy nut. And then we've got a chicken and rice meal. And then we've got a beef mince and rice meal. And I make those fresh sort of beforehand. So lots of food going in, good pumps, lots of sodium, got my hydration sorted. I don't know what else to give you other than that. Then I'm just fucking ready to go. Caitlyn and I, like every single day, we're driving to the gym and we're like, this is our life. That's crazy. 6 months ago, if you had told us that we'd be in this position, doing this, feeling the way that we're feeling, getting ready to do what we're about to do, looking the way that we're looking, we would have laughed in your face and been like, what kind of a joke is this? Where's Ashton? We're being punked right now. I'm definitely showing my age with a punked reference. But did you ever watch Punked, Imo? No, see, Imo doesn't know what punked is. Imo is too young for that. But if you comment down below if you remember the show Punked. That shit used to be hilarious on MTV. Whilst you're down there commenting, if you can, guys, I'm going to give you a second just to scroll down just the tiniest little bit and smash that like button because we're going to get heaps of content. We really want to push a lot of these YouTube videos. Caitlyn and I are going to vlog the whole travel scenario. We're going to vlog almost every other day, probably whilst we're over in the US because there's going to be so much going on and it's just going to be coming thick and fast. So if you can, just smash that like button, hit the sub button, hit the bell notification. You know all that bullshit that goes on with YouTube. I'm going to get in, make these first 2 cream of rice meals, eat them, sit down, watch some YouTube, chill out, and then we're going to train sort of a little bit later this afternoon, which is going to be interesting. So normally I train after meal 1, maybe meal 2, but today I think I'm going to be training after potentially meal 3 because we're training a little bit later in the afternoon. So got to head to the post office today, ship off a bunch of ORCH merch, run a couple of errands, do some client work. I don't know what the girls put in my coffee this morning, but I'm fucking on one. So let's get after it, and we'll catch you later. All right, meal 3. Technically meal 2, but meal 3. Pre-workout meal today. So we've got the chicken, the rice, the beetroot, the dates, and some sauce in there. The house is a bomb site right now because everything's in a shambles and we're trying to pack, but also we still need things for the next sort of 48 hours. So things kind of everywhere. Got 2 athletes, 2 girls doing both figure and bikini this weekend in the IFBB MPC Natural Show back down in Melbourne. So we've been organising their peak weeks, making sure that everything's going according to plan for them. Unfortunately, we fly out on the Sunday. We booked those flights before the show date was booked on the same day. I really like to be there on show day for all of my athletes. This is actually going to be the first show I've ever missed of an athlete of mine, which is pretty frustrating, but unfortunately, but fortunately, we're flying to Tampa and that kind of takes priority. So that's what's going on today. Get this meal down. We'll train in about 2 hours and then we will see you back for meal 4. Oh, no, you're straight, bro. I'm chill. Yeah. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. What a nice man. All right. We're here at the gym. 2:30. Time for the dentist. Stop by Justin's on the way here. Run over the whole plan for depletion and flight plan, stuff like that. So I might get him to go over that at some point. Full upper session today. So 2 back movements, 2 chest movements, a delt, and then a bicep and a tricep. So 80% kind of 3 RIR. So we'll kind of warm up, stretch, open up, get stuck in and see how we go. You right here? Oh, what are you doing? Pull throughs. Are you sure? Sorry, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Everyone's really nice here today. I'm a big fan of starting my sessions with these pull throughs. So really stretching through the lat, bringing the chest up and through, pulling down, getting a really nice contraction through that lower lat. Making sure we're not getting too much tricep stimulus, so it's a straight pull through. It's not a tricep extension. I thought he was going to try and take my rope. I'm using that one, bro. Sorry, man. He did try and take my rope. All right, so we want 10 here with 2 to 3 reps in reserve. Righto. Next movement, single arm, neutral grip into a supinated row. Making sure that we're not twisting and rotating our torso too much. Starting neutral grip, getting that nice big lat stretch, chest up, and then driving that elbow down in hard here. See, so many people have a tendency to kind of like rotate their torso there. So it's not about how much force you can produce. You're not trying to start a lawnmower, trying to get as much lengthen through the lat and a shorter contraction through the lat as possible. So manipulating the torso and keeping it as stable as possible in that movement, making sure that we're getting a lat stretch and a lat contraction. Not so much about how much range of motion we can get, but how much range of tension through the lat we can get, moving the weight as efficiently as possible. Back training is something that I take very seriously, something that has to be very meticulous and set it over and over and over again. It's not what you move, it's how you move it. Probably my favorite pressing movement, but it's also our first chest movement, so we want to make sure that we warm up accordingly. So I'll probably do 10 to 12 reps at one plate, 8 to 10 reps at two plates. I do a couple reps at 2.5 plates, and I think I'll work at about 3 plates on this. Seat could probably go back just a tiny bit. But it feels really good. It's probably a little bit closer to where we want to be. We don't want to have it too high. So when the bar path is a little bit too high, it's probably a little bit too interior delt dominant for me. And we really want to be focusing this on the upper chest. So being such a delt dominant person myself, we still want to make sure we're getting the right ranges, right angles, and the right bar path to make sure that we're targeting the upper chest rather than getting that front delt stimulus. I'm always really OCD about how my plates line up. Sue me. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Yeah, that's much better. So you can see my elbows are in front of my shoulders here. So we don't want to be all the way back here pressing with our front delts. Still want to have our elbows slightly in front, pressing through and pressing up with our chest, making sure that we're thinking about bringing our elbows and our biceps together. Obviously we can't, but that's kind of the thought process that we've got there. Rather than pressing up and out and creating that front delt, we really want to be contracting the chest, shortening that contraction to the chest as much as possible. So for me, stacking my wrists over my elbows, having my elbows slightly in front of my shoulders, creating a nice stable base, pushing back into the bench, keeping our chin nice and tucked, coming up. Feeling that stretch. And then squeezing through the chest. That's perfect. I definitely reckon we can get 3 plates aside to 8 to 10 on that. It's crazy. It really doesn't matter how much cardio you're doing, how much food you're eating, how much sleep you're getting or not getting. The lethargy that comes from being at a dramatically low body fat percentage is going to be there regardless. So the fatigue that's going to be there is something that you're going to need to combat regardless of the drugs you're taking, the stimulants you're taking, the food you're eating, the sleep you're getting, the company you're keeping. It's still fucking hard work, right? You can mitigate as much as possible, but it's still fucking hard. Don't let anybody tell you any different. You want to move 3 plates the same way we'd move 1 plate. So same range of motion, same tempo, same control, same brace. Probably a little bit heavy there. So we'll back that right off to maybe 2.5 plates, maybe even 2.25, and we'll hit that for 12 pretty comfortably. Lots of cable work to finish. We've got the cable fly, very just straightforward, bringing elbows together, really trying to get that squeeze through the chest. So we're not thinking about hugging a tree, we're thinking about really contracting that chest and bringing those elbows and biceps together. Then we'll flip the bench around, we'll do a reverse incline lateral raise, and we'll do a seated bicep curl with the cables, and then the overhead lengthened bias partials. Really good chest contraction there. Spot on. This reverse incline bench ladder raise here is great because it removes all the swing, all the momentum out of the movement. But rather than kind of like yanking on a lateral raise, we're really stable. We're pulling up and out, really getting a great good contraction through that lateral delt. Don't have to use a lot of weight here. So we'll hit on the reverse bench, grab the opposite cable, come back. Try not to let the forearms take too much. Thinking about reaching forward and pulling those handles apart rather than getting any trap engagement and shrugging the weight. Stretch forward and then pull apart. So you can see I'm not overextending through that lateral delt. Just finishing with those shorter partials just to really exhaust. I really like this bicep movement because rather than holding a dumbbell, which should be pulling your arms down, the cables are kind of pulling you back a little bit. So we want to make sure that everything's kind of locked in and the cables are keeping constant tension, pulling back. So we get a really nice stretch through that bicep head and then squeeze up. So keeping our elbows back. So we're not doing a front raise, letting the cables pull our elbows back and then contracting up through the bicep, getting a really nice contraction there. The fact that we're maintaining where we're at right now, fluctuating between like the high and moderate days of 3,800 to 4,400 kcals, and the body weight's holding and conditioning is improving on minimal cardio. This means the body's in a really prime position, so we can really start to push that food up in the off season, utilize it as much as possible, just get strong as fuck. So I've definitely got some strength goals that I want to hit in this off season, weights that I've never moved before. So thinking about RDLing 7 plates, Smith squatting 5 plates aside, 6 plates aside, pendulum squatting 6 or 7 plates, incline Smith pressing 4 plates for 8 to 10. These are kind of the ranges that I want to be working in. Controlling that weight, becoming a monster. Big stretch here through the tricep. Feels really nice. Squeezing up and then squeezing out. Full upper session, 2 back, 2 chest, 1 delt, 1 bi, 1 try. Head up into the posing room, see where we're at. And then there's only 2 sessions left in Australia. So we've got the modified hamstring session tomorrow, and then we'll do another upper session Sunday morning, bright and early at like 6 a.m. before we fly out. So really, really excited. It's all starting to get really real now. Ready to hop on that plane and get over to Tampa and start peak week. See you in the posing room.
Yeah, good. Very good. Quarter 2? Good. Quarter 2. Good. So I've had 2 days, over 700 grams of carbs. Weight's barely shifted. Regardless of this, it's time to get the glycogen out before we put 3 days of 12 grams per kilo of body weight. Good. Conditioning is on point. Good. Yeah. What did you just do? Upper, didn't you?
Full upper.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything's nice and dry. So obviously from here, the look will get worse before it gets better. Flatten out, deplete, lose some dryness. Then it will get better. Every single time we've given you more carbs, your weight has always responded by dropping. So it just shows the fatigue that's still there and how quickly it comes out. We expect some fluid to come with this high amount of carbs. And then we'll dry out the day before show. And bring your best ever. Pretty confident with that. The worst the legs look were probably 3 weeks ago. They've maintained a good look since we've done that test peak week.
This is the best I've ever.
Yeah.
The best I've ever. I look back.
Which is why we needed to go to lower calories before depletion. Because the best ever look is never depleted. Yeah. We need the worst look before we can bring the best look. Yeah. This is what I was saying to you about when you get someone in a position like this, like we had Caitlyn before that pro show, it's very hard to mess it up. Now we're just going to try and get something you've never got, a new level of fullness. We know how quickly you'll drop off on that diuresis day, and how quickly your weight will come back down. That's good.
I feel really good.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
I feel everything. I feel every fiber.
Yeah. No, you can just tell the way the muscles look, the hamstrings, adductors, everything.
Yeah.
It's the muscles that you would expect to be carrying fatigue late in prep are not carrying fatigue. And that's just been our ability to run high calories, high carbs.
Yeah. Definitely.
So
the plan's pretty well in place for like the flight.
Yep.
So you've mapped out
when to sleep, when to wake up, when to eat, when to
when to sleep, when to eat, when to.
Well, it's a bit of a mix too because you go from Brisbane to Auckland, little layover in Auckland to Houston. That's a big one. Got to sleep there, but we were trying to map out when you would be going to sleep on Australian time, so it was kind of relevant that you could get enough sleep. So then when you wake up, and spend the next day when you get to Houston, go to Tampa, etc., that you could sleep again at that night, and that sleeping tablet be far enough away from the first sleeping tablet. But I'm actually really happy with how it's worked out.
Yeah.
And obviously,
I think the timing of the flights is really good as well.
It's actually worked out all right.
Perfectly, yeah.
So
I was going to hit a couple of variations of that front double for you.
Yep.
So we've got
reduce front, basic. That's it. Yeah. Especially when that quad comes on.
Yeah.
Kai Green.
Yeah. Two different variations there.
Yeah.
I could probably hit
a couple.
The front on one.
Yep.
And then kind of tweak into that, and then pull up into the classic one to finish up in.
Yep.
Kind of between the two or three.
Might just do some filming even when we get there, like just playing with that kind of thing.
And then I've
just keep firing it through to me.
That classic pose.
Yeah.
To that classic pose.
Yeah, I like that transition.
And then into that classic pose.
Yep.
And then if I've got enough time, I can probably play around with twisting Arnold back shot. But that still needs a bit of a tweak as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's good to have a few in the chamber there. I've pretty much got the basis of my posing routines down.
Yep. Okay.
I'll continue to play around with them.
Yeah, just send me. Yeah.
But we've got plenty of time in Tampa next week, so I'll just be playing around with that. Yeah. Listening to the same songs over and over and over again, so they're just on loop in my brain.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Look, I mean, by all means, send that stuff to me because obviously I've got a background in music too, so I've got timing with the song and shit like that.
Yeah. But cannot thank you enough.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
I spoke about it earlier when I did my intro this morning. I can't lose.
Yeah.
I can be beaten.
Yeah.
And if I get beaten, then fucking I'll shake your hand and congratulations.
See you next year.
Yep, 100%. And it's funny, I was talking to Caitlyn on the way here that, obviously I relate everything to my basketball because that's where my background is. And if I had a good game and we lost to a better team, it never bothered me.
No.
If I had a bad game for whatever reason, or I felt like I cost us the game, then that's what bothered me.
Yep.
And at this point in time, where I'm at in my bodybuilding career, with these shows coming up, I can't fuck this up.
No, we've got it.
Wherever I place, I'm shaking everyone's hands, and I won, in my opinion.
Yep.
I can't lose from
We'll take the feedback. It's really going to be 1 or 2% that we can change. And like I was saying to you, any self-doubt that every single athlete has only comes from that unrealistic expectation.
Of course.
So if we stick close to what our which you've already done. Our expectation was to be better than last time. You fucking smashed it. And like I said to Caitlyn, the best thing I'm looking forward to is those Gilco Productions videos. Like how good the quality of those videos are.
And just the crispness of everything.
It's just under that lighting.
With the tan.
Yeah.
After we dry out.
Yeah.
And we're fuller.
Yep. And
we get a pump and we've got the glaze and everything.
Yeah, the pump's the big one.
Yeah. I'm really excited.
So am I.
Thank you, bro.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, I'm going to put some pants on.
Yep.
Alrighty, back home. Completely forgot to film Meal 4, but that's totally okay. I guess we were just so excited after seeing ourselves in the posing room looking the way that we look, that we got in the car. And yeah, I guess you can say that both of us are in a pretty good spot right now. And the level of gratitude I think that we have right now, should we tell people that we had a big cry on the way home?
It's very unexpected.
It was very unexpected. We just kind of expressed our gratitude for one another and our appreciation for the support that we've kind of showed for one another. And my estrogen levels are up here right now. So your boy had a bit of a cry, and Caitlyn had a bit of a cry.
Yeah,
but
it was a nice release though.
It was very nice. So that was very wholesome and beautiful. So whilst we did that, Caitlyn ate a rice flour and I ate my 150 grams of Kellogg's Crunchy Nut. So we are home preparing dinner. So for me, I've got 120 jasmine rice, 250 beef mince, some dates, some beetroot, kind of like the stock standard meal. If you've watched any of my YouTube videos so far, all of my meals have been the exact same. So Caitlyn's been eating the same meals for the last 12 months and I still don't know them. So 150 beef mince, 100 zucchini, 100 green beans, 200 potato, 250 potato, and some pickles. But we made a quick stop off to the post office on the way home because we have a new delivery to take with us to the US. So we're going to do a little bit of an unboxing here, and then I think we're going to do another gift card giveaway. What do you reckon?
I think we should.
So we're going to do another gift card giveaway for MuscleNation. So stay tuned to the end of this video if you can stick it out. I know you're all going to skip to the end to find out how to win the gift card, but we're going to unbox this MuscleNation package. This is all brand new, just about to be released. So see some orders that we've got here, and then we'll come up with an idea for a little gift card giveaway. So $250 MuscleNation gift card giveaway will be very, very easy to do. So it's not an overtly large package because we're heading to the US in the middle of summer, and we're heading to Florida, Texas, and Atlanta, and it's going to be like 40 degrees everywhere we go, roasting hot. So a bunch of shorts in some kind of light colors, some shirts, and some singlets. So we'll have a look. We'll see what we've got, and a try-on haul. People don't want to see me wear clothes.
Give the people what they want.
Nobody wants to see that. So we've gone with, these are a really nice kind of travertine and navy basketball short. These are like probably my favorite shorts. You're a fan of these too, huh?
Yeah.
And I'm a really big fan of the fact that they've got the zips on the pockets. So there's nothing worse than like having your phone in your pocket and then like you lay down on the bench or something and the phone falls out and goes everywhere and you drop a dumbbell on it. So zipped pockets, they're kind of like a mesh kind of basketball short on the outside, but then a nice sort of silky material on the inside. So they're really quite nice. So we've got those shorts there. Oh, this is a dangerous color. God damn. These are very white. These are nice. They're kind of like a corduroy. Not quite a corduroy.
Ribbed.
Yeah, I would call them a ribbed. Ribbed. Yeah, those are a really nice material. They're kind of like very summery, so they're quite breathable, very light, almost like a pajama pants type vibe. So they're really nice, but definitely not wearing them to Texas barbecue. That's for sure. I spill sauce all over those.
There will be sauce.
There will be sauce. It's going to get saucy. That's for damn sure. This is quite nice. This is definitely more of like your kind of casual wear. It's probably a little bit too thick to train in for me personally. It's like a 3D type of embroidered varsity style shirt, but that's definitely something that you could wear kind of out casually, more of like a thicker t-shirt for winter if we ever go back to Melbourne. But that blue color is really quite nice. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a blue person. I'm blue dubba dee dubba die. And then we've got a couple of these Power Blue Aero Active tanks. Now they're called Aero Active tanks because they're really quite light. So they're kind of like a dry fit material. I'm not a big fan of like cutoffs or Y backs. I definitely prefer more of like the smaller style singlet. But that's a really breathable type of mesh. Very simple singlet. I also got that exact same singlet in a black. So literally the exact same singlet, but in a black. Simple MuscleNation on the front. That's quite nice. And I branched out. I'm not usually a red person. Don't ask me why. But something different. Caitlyn's persuaded me because she's a bit of a red fan. Really? These are Urban Red Streamline Training 3-inch shorts. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm all about my 3 inches. But yeah, these are definitely like a leg day short. So kind of like your board short material on the outside. Very quite light and breathable. And then the 3-inch inseam. So when you're getting nice and deep on that hack squat or the pendulum, full range of motion. Again, with the zips on the pockets. So that's really convenient. They're very comfortable. I've got this exact same style in like a 4-inch and a 5-inch short. So they will be quite nice, I think, for a leg day with a pair of red Jordans. And then the same, it's called a Ringer oversized tee. So the same as the blue, but it's in a beige and a red. So again, with the kind of like the embroidered, thicker style t-shirt, but that one's quite nice too. So that one would go quite well with the red shorts, I think. And then last but not least, because I need some more shorts, these are the black on repeat training 5-inch shorts. So a 5-inch inseam, so they're a little bit longer. If my fucking thing will work. So again, with kind of like the board short style breathable material, but they're a little bit longer than the 3-inch ones. So I wear a 2XL in my shorts and then a 3XL in my oversized shirts and then a 4XL in my regular shirts. So if that gives you any indication on the sizing that I wear, am I in your way? No. Again, zips on the pockets. Like I said, I'm a big pocket zip person. So they're just a nice casual black, very simple logo on the front, MuscleNation. So yeah, that's just a small sample of the new stuff that's coming with MuscleNation. Now, there's plenty more dropping on the website. Men, women, good summer vibe, lots of colors, which is always good for a lot of people. I'm definitely a black and white, blue and gray person, but
Actually had a look the other day, and the girls have got their like seamless stuff.
oh, they do too. That's right. So for all you girls out there, they've just dropped a brand new range of their seamless range, and they've done that in like a heap of different colors, right? So like your pinks, your greens, your oranges, like lots of summer colors. So 250, yeah. Funny you should say 250 because $250 gift card giveaway for MuscleNation. Now, all you need to do is comment below the strangest food combination that you enjoy. So on my last video, I did my like beetroot, dates, peanut butter, and rice. No, it was rice. So on my it was too. That was the. That's what it was. So in my last video, Caitlyn gave me a lot of flack for it, but I did my beef mince, peanut butter, beetroot, and dates in one meal. It did. And then my meal after that was my jasmine rice, my protein powder, and then I put beetroot and dates into that meal as well. But it was delicious. So what I want you to comment below is the strangest food combination that you put together and enjoyed. And I'm going to pick the craziest combo, and you're going to win a $250 gift card with MuscleNation. So come up with something crazy. Don't make it ridiculously outlandish and not believable because you're not winning a gift card. So you can't put the most ridiculous combo together. But the strangest combination that you enjoy on prep, off prep, whatever it is, bulking meals, high calorie meals, whatever the strangest combination of foods that you can come up with and you've enjoyed, comment that below. I'm going to pick one. You're going to get a $250 gift card for MuscleNation. Spend it wisely. Good luck. But that's it from us today. We're going to put some MuscleNation clothes away, cook, pack some bags. We should probably start packing. So we leave in like 36 hours, which is, I mean, I'm fine. She's stressing out. And then after dinner, I've also got another 120 grams of Cocoa Pops and 40 grams of whey and 120 grams of banana, which I have prepared here. So Cocoa Pops, banana, and then I'll put some whey and almond milk into that, which will be a delicious, tasty treat to finish my night. We love sweet treats. So, oh, this is also genius as well. I need to show people this. The rice cooker. So we bought it for the US. So you can just get it from Kmart, and it's $15. So it does single serve portions of rice, but you can cook up to like 200 grams of raw weight rice in it per serve, and it cooks in like what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
And it cooks it to perfection every single time. And then once it's done cooking, it just flicks to the warm feature, so you can like walk away and come back like 45 minutes to an hour later, and the rice is still ready to go to eat, like quite warm.
Like, cannot stand cooking rice in a stovetop, like on a stovetop. I
Yeah.
can't stand it. And so when I went to Adelaide, I was like, I'm not doing this. And I went to Kmart, and they had this genius little motherfucker. And
Yeah. It's like
now it's a staple in our life.
it's a staple, and we probably use it like three or four times a day each. And there's 4 people in this house, and it's still in perfect condition and quite durable. It's easy to wash. $15 from Kmart. Get on it. It's literally the best thing, and we're going to take one to the US with us. And it's super easy to pack, super convenient. But that's it. That's all from us. We are going to eat some food and pack some bags. And
7 days out.
7 days out. That's crazy.
Wow.
Still doesn't feel real. Anyway, 7 days out. The next video you get from us will be a travel vlog. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
All right. You guys know the drill. What do they do, babe? Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.